How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I have a pretty exciting update to share with you, and I'm sure obviously the thumbnail gave it away, but as of 6 weeks ago, I quit my corporate 9 to 5, which candidly, there are a lot of mixed feelings involved. Like, it's funny because it was the goal I had for the longest time. Like, realistically, since I graduated college, it's been my goal to be a business owner and work for myself. But funny enough, like, it was also the most stressful decision I feel that I've made in a really long time. And I've stressed a lot about sharing it online as well, because I've always prided myself on being like extremely authentic and honest. And I guess I was a little nervous of like maybe perception of myself to other people online would change. I don't know. And I don't think I've lost touch with reality by any means, but I don't know, it was a really scary leap. And candidly as well, growing up, I didn't have, the most money, or like my family didn't. Not to say we struggled to have food on the table, but I can definitely say like money was a stressor for me as a young kid. And so to quit a job where I was obviously working a great 9 to 5, and I'll get into that a little bit more later, and making great money, and last year made the most money that I ever have in my life. And that's not a flex, it's really just to highlight, kind of where I come from a financial standpoint. So quitting was really, really hard for me. I stressed for months about it, and I just hit a point of complete and total burnout where I just knew I couldn't keep going anymore at the rate that I was. And I had been doing content full-time as well as my full-time job for 2 years, and I love it. I love working hard, and I love always being busy and having something to do, and I love making content as well. It's truly my passion, but it just got to a point where I knew it wasn't sustainable anymore or good for my mental health to continue doing it. And I also felt limited to like what I could accomplish with creating content by, still putting in 40 hours a week at my day job. And so I came to the conclusion that it was finally time to ultimately like take a risk and give myself the chance to try doing this full time and see what I can make of it, and see if I can survive or die after, I don't know, I kind of put a timeline on it of a year. I'm pretty confident I will survive, obviously, or else I wouldn't have done it. But ultimately, I just wanted to look back on, 40 years from now and tell myself, at least you tried. Even if I fail, I really don't care. I will care a little bit, but at least I will know, and I can sleep sound at night knowing that I went for it. Because even then, if I do fail, it's like, cool, you explored that path. And for me, I had to conceptualize, okay, failure looks like giving my dream and passion and a goal for a lot of people, like a full 100% effort. And if that doesn't work out, then I go back to a 9 to 5. Like, that is truly the worst case scenario. So that's just kind of laying it out at the highest level. I really can't put into words like how stressful it was, and that's why I haven't shared it immediately, just because I felt like I needed time to process it. Which, funny enough, like, even I've shared a lot of things on this channel. I've shared going through a breakup, through an engagement, and I shared that 3 times as fast as I shared this. So I think that puts into perspective maybe how stressful this was for me. And I could definitely see how that comes off. It's like, okay, man, cool. You were stressed about quitting one of your jobs. So that would be fair. But, we all have our own problems, and it definitely was a really, really hard decision. And I'm sure if you're watching this right now, maybe you can empathize, or even maybe you're in a similar situation where you know how stressful it can be to leave a job and give up financial security as well to go pursue your passions. I think ultimately, like, that's where the stress lied, but I worked through it, and I'm in a good place now, and I'm excited to talk like a little bit more about it. So let's talk a bit more about my career path. I've obviously made videos about working in software sales. I did that since graduating college. I have like 6 years of experience doing it. More so sales. Software is a little bit more recent, specifically. And 2 of those companies were Fortune 500 companies, Expedia and Kraft Heinz, the food company. So I have a solid resume for sure, but I've just always felt like I was never fulfilled, and I never really was invested as maybe as many other people were. And I was always working on something on the side. So I guess that kind of starts the journey of like content creation, where I got started. So right before the pandemic, actually, and I'm proud to say it because I think everyone started posting content once COVID happened. And I was a little earlier than the trend. I was a month before it started. So February of 2020, I joined a course. I bought it for like $400 and it was all about how to make a niche website. And there was even some YouTube stuff on there as well. This just goes to show how much I wanted to be a business owner because I started a niche website about rooftop tents. I don't even like rooftop tents, okay? I hate camping. Like, it's not, why did I think? I only picked that idea because I thought there was a lot of growth in that industry. But it just showed how hungry I was to like truly work for myself and have something that I own. And so I spent hundreds of hours on that, writing articles myself. I wrote over 100 articles on my own. And at the time, the goal for this website was simply to pay for a trip to go to Italy. And the cool thing is it actually did that. And I was also able to pay a little bit for a car down payment. And so that business in itself probably netted me $15,000, which, isn't amazing. But when you're making 70 grand a year and you make an extra 15K, that's significant. And for me, I was always thinking like if I could make an extra $1,000 a month, that would change my life. And so that was really where it all started. Now, did that for about a year and a half, and really just fizzled out. I grew the YouTube channel to about 4,500 subscribers. And when I look back on it, like I do think it was a success. It wasn't a success in terms of, going full time and it being my future, but it definitely led me to where I am now. So I took a little bit of a break from that just because I got burnt out and realized I don't give a shit about rooftop tents. So that was a good learning lesson, and took a little hiatus from that. And then about a year later, maybe a year and a half, I had the itch again to start something up again for myself. And at this point, I wanted to do more of a personal brand. So again, start a YouTube channel and have it be just things that I like to talk about. Did I know what that was? Absolutely not. I'm thinking, okay, I like fashion, I like fitness. Maybe I can vlog a little bit, even though I think it's cringe. Now I do vlogs mostly on YouTube, which is funny. But I just started peppering random ideas. Then 6 months went by and everyone was telling me I should post on TikTok and Instagram. And I was scared shitless, if I'm being honest, to post on TikTok because on YouTube, I just figured like not many people would see it. And then when it came to TikTok, I thought there was a lot more exposure for people to see me. But enough people got in my ear, thankfully, and I decided to start posting there. I have good friends that knew that it was the right thing to do. Can't even take credit for that, to be honest. And then within a few months, I saw some really strong growth. After about 2 months, I think I had 10,000 followers on TikTok, and that was a lot of encouragement because at that point, I barely broke 1,000 subscribers on YouTube after posting like 50 videos, which is crazy. And then that gave me the confidence to go and post on Instagram come November. And by the end of the year, I had close to 50,000 followers on TikTok, so about a 4-month span. And then obviously on Instagram, you're fully exposing yourself to your friends and family and acquaintances who you've gone to college with, high school. Like, yeah, it was a tough pill to swallow. But once I got over that, then things really just unlocked and grew like to a level that I still honestly can't believe, which kind of brings us here to present day. I obviously am now doing content full time and nothing's really going to change here. I think the biggest thing is just putting more effort into each individual video and making the quality as best as possible is truly what I pride myself on. It really is just crazy to see where I've gone from August in 2023 to now in present day. And I have 58,000 followers on Instagram, 116 on TikTok, and 14 here on YouTube. So thank you guys. YouTube is really hard to grow, by the way, but I'm too stubborn to quit. So here we are, I'm still posting videos, but I really do appreciate your guys' engagement. But anyway, if you're still watching at this point in the video, thank you. That means a lot. I feel like I'm kind of just rambling, and I don't know why I'm having a really hard time like articulating in this video or just feeling like I'm getting a point across. So sorry if it feels like I'm just like babbling, but hopefully I am providing value in some way, especially if you care to be an entrepreneur or are just following along my journey, which if you are, like, thank you so much. It's still incredible that people care to do that. Like it actually is crazy to me, and it warms my heart so much. So sappy, I know, but but all of that to say, if you're interested in starting your own business or doing content creation as well, like, it's not easy. And I do think you really do need to be passionate about it. Like, people always say, find what you're passionate about. Like, I don't know, like for me, fashion, like I just enjoyed talking about it. Where the passion lied was creating videos and connecting with people and providing value and hopefully like improving someone's life in some small way, whether that's a fashion tip that makes them feel better about themselves when going on a date, or simply here where I'm like connecting with somebody and helping them get out of their, you know, normal week or maybe a hard time, or whatever it is. You know, you can provide value in so many different ways, but I guess I'm just saying that because everyone kind of looks at things as like an overnight success, and mine certainly was not. I've been creating content for over 4 years now, and I just now feel like I'm starting to taste success. And even then, to be honest with you, it doesn't feel like it either. Like I don't look at it and I'm like, I've made it. I very much try to live in the moment and be present, but I still feel like there's a lot of work to do, and I know I don't have it all figured out, and I never will. Like that's okay, but I'm just trying to live the best life possible for me. And you know, also there's not anything wrong with working a 9 to 5, by the way. I did want to say that too. Honestly, sometimes I wish I was normal in the way that I wish I was content just like showing up to work and getting my check and being fulfilled by that. But to be quite honest, like I never was, and I just knew that I probably never would be unless I was invested in it like myself, like if I had something to gain more from it. But I do think I will start posting more videos about content creation, just because I think I have some value to provide in that space in terms of how to be successful and get to where you want to go. And if I can provide value to people, I've also realized that's something that fills my cup almost more than anything. So please comment below if you guys have any questions that I didn't get to, or videos you'd like to see coming up. I just definitely wanted to take a second to be like super candid and honest and try my best to articulate like all these feelings and everything I've been having about this decision. I don't know, hopefully it comes across like it's not been easy, but I'm really happy with where I'm at, and I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for supporting me on this journey and like giving me your time. I definitely don't ever take it for granted, and it's like I'm truly am living the dream. So anytime I get stressed or overwhelmed, I'm like, dude, you're just enjoy it. You know. So I don't know, I think that's it, guys. Sorry if I rambled, and we'll do a vlog next week. See ya.